Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Yo, set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do, the aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 So life ain't easy, yo, I think there's a reason though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, though. I always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts are poison, they rot. Head full of flies, so here come the clouds. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause of sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Hi, Bullhorn Betty. Thank you for my shirt. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Kids Club.
My bite's not close to my bark buddies. And slid down so we can see a red suitcase right here for law enforcement if they're watching and you guys would like to come back here. Of her being out here. So this is what we're doing today. We will see you guys back here real soon.
Successful people aren't successful because everything went their way. They're successful because they figured out a way to navigate through the shit, right? Life is not all easy. You're gonna have shitty things happen to you. And I'm not speaking this over you, I just know from life experience, right? People are gonna get sick, people are gonna die, people are gonna get divorced, people are gonna be financially in ruin. Stressful things are gonna happen. If you don't know how to navigate those things, if you can't figure out how to navigate those things and get to your outcomes anyway, life is gonna be really fucking tough. And it gets bad because then you get into your late 30s and early 40s and we're talking and you become the woulda, shoulda, coulda guy.
Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club.
As you wake up in the morning, you want to find the latest, greatest information about criminal cases and have an intuitive conversation about the suspects associated with these cases. Head over to the Bullhorn Betty channel on YouTube. Get breaking news right here on the Bullhorn Betty channel. Welcome to the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. Enjoy your stay and enjoy your day.
So, what is up, my beautiful people of YouTube? We're actually going live right now on my private Facebook page as well because this affects my community, my personal community. So we're going live on my Facebook page as well as YouTube tonight. It's nice to see everybody tonight. I see there is a lot of people out there that want to see Bullhorn Betty arrested. What the hell? What the hell? I don't get you guys up at 6:30 in the morning, but let me say chink, chink, chink. Like, I got some bracelets on, and you guys are just you hopping right on over here. No problem. What's up with that? Lord, got some haters up in the house tonight, don't we? This is not funny. And I know the haters are going to tear me apart, and there's nothing I can do about it because I was asleep at the wheel. I was asleep at the wheel in my own community. I really was. So I've got a big problem here. This morning we were talking a little bit about a case here in Manatee County. This is a man a deranged man that went and killed his mom and her boyfriend. And I wasn't going to invest a little bit of time in it, because it's my community. And to be honest with you, I don't want my sheriff looking bad. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie. I don't want my sheriff looking bad. So I read some things where the family wasn't liking this, that, and the other. But you know what? That's not fair. Right? I can't do that. So I decided to look under the hood to find out what in the world is going on, because I heard that the man, Thomas, the one that we discussed this morning, he's had a lot of problems here. And, we back the blue and we like a law and order community. And, how negligent of me to be all over this country. And there's crap going on in my own backyard that's upsetting me. However, thank goodness, it's not my sheriff. This guy did wrong. He got arrested. I'm literally angry right now because I found out that this guy has done this before. And my state attorney reduced it from a felony to a misdemeanor. And because of that, 2 people are dead. In my own backyard, 5 minutes away from my house. 2 people are dead because my state attorney, and this is not the first time, his whole case, like this is not his first arrest either. Not his first arrest either. What is going on? And how many times has this happened is my question. How many times has this happened in my community? How many times has it happened in your community? I have no idea. But I wanted to show you guys this because you know what? It's really upsetting for me to know that when you're in danger, you pick up the phone, you call 911, right? And we expect our law enforcement to answer and protect us. And then he does. He collects the information and the evidence and he turns it over to the state prosecutor. And the state prosecutor says, today looks like a great day to go golfing. Let's kick this down from felony court to misdemeanor court. Are you kidding me? Have you lost your mind? I'm just curious because there's 2 people dead in my backyard. And it seems like we had all the tools necessary to keep this animal off the streets from harming somebody, if not for the balls being dropped here. So I wanted to know what was going on, to be honest with you. And I found the problem. And it's not my sheriff, which I'm thankful for. I actually like my sheriff. If anybody knows, I love Rick Wells. Right? I love my sheriff. But I don't know about Ed. Ed Brodsky, you got some explaining to do there, buddy. Just saying. I'm gonna take my channel. You guys are probably wondering what in the heck I'm talking about. Let's go through it. Let's take a little few moments. Let's get caught up on the case. This is the gentleman. Remember, we were talking about the family that prays. Remember, he looks like the homeless guy in the Tyler Perry movie. Remember that commentary this morning? Well, we're back on this case. I told you guys I wasn't going to look under the hood. I'm sorry. I'm a true crime junkie. What can I say? Looking under the hood's what I do. All right. But it's not that. Let's just keep going. You guys are going to get sick to your stomach. And I should have been watching. I should have been paying it.
May have cracked because somebody hit it.
World, what kind of good crime person am I if I'm letting this stuff go on in my own backyard?
A double homicide in Manatee County is now charged with 2 counts of murder. 36-year-old
You guys hear that okay?
Thomas Matejcek was arrested after 2 people were found dead inside a mobile home, a crime scene the sheriff's office describes as gruesome. Unfortunately, deputies quickly tracked down Matejcek just within minutes of the killings. Fox 13's Kylie Jones has the latest.
Manatee County investigators say the 911 call came from a neighbor who heard a woman screaming for help.
That's about as high as I can go.
They're calling a horrible crime. Manatee County deputies say screams for help came from a home inside this Bradenton mobile home park.
It's a shock. Yeah, I mean, it's a shock.
When deputies pulled into Arbor Terrace RV park, they saw a suspect running away from the scene.
And fortunately, we located him real quick and took him into custody and continue to question him and try to figure out exactly what brought our suspect to the point of wanting to do this.
The suspect was later identified as 36-year-old Thomas Matejcek. Within minutes, a spokesman for the Manatee County Sheriff's Office says deputies and their canine unit tracked him down. He was taken into custody in a parking lot outside a shopping center.
That's right near my house.
Back in that
That's how close it is. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Sepsis.
55-year-old man and 62-year-old woman on the floor dead.
This was certainly a horrible scene here. 2 people had been killed. It was a very gruesome type scene.
It leaves some neighbors who knew the victims shocked.
They were only friendly. I mean, they were very friendly and never came out of the house. They were always inside the house.
Officials say the suspect knew the female victim.
So I'm not going to go too much onto that one. We understand, okay? This guy killed his mom. At this stage, we don't even know it's his mom. We just know that it's somebody he knows. It gets worse. It's not just that, guys. Stick around. Stick around. We're going to go through this. I have to tell you, I'm fit to be tied. These are Fox, so we're probably going to have the commercial. I hate those damn commercials. Just let me pay for service, please. It's so much easier paying for this stuff instead of having to watch these commercials. Okay.
Subaru.com.
Welcome back. Thanks so much for sticking around. We do start with an update now in our B block of the news as we are continuing our coverage of the Bradenton double homicide from last Friday, bringing in more law professionals to discuss the reasons behind Matejcek's conditional release last month. That is Thomas Matejcek.
Yeah, and with some documents still confidential, we may never know exactly
Why that is the case, ABC7's Brigham Harris has been working
Pay attention,
with
guys.
professionals throughout the past few days, trying to sort everything out in Brigham. You're joining us now live outside the group home where Matejcek was assigned to live after his release.
Guys, good evening. Yeah, behind me is the Mary Jennings group home in Bradenton, where Thomas Matejcek lived for less than a month before allegedly returning to his mother's house and murdering her as well.
So just to let you guys know, I want you to understand. So he had committed crimes against his mother. He was ordered to go to a halfway house, was able to walk away from a halfway house from probation. Nothing happened to him. He shouldn't even have been. He should have been in a state hospital. And he was able to leave and within a month kill his mother and her boyfriend. In our world, this is unacceptable. In our world, we expect our state attorneys, when our sheriff brings them a case, them to think more of the victims than to put them in additional harm's way. And I do have a feeling that the family is going to sue our county because of Ed Brodsky, our state attorney. And I have a funny feeling we're going to have to eat his incompetence. Absolutely, MJ. Wow is right. I'm pissed. I'm pissed. Listen to this. This is, it gets worse. And just when you think it can't get any worse, it gets worse. This is my county. People Magazine ran with this. Bradenton, my county, is now literally plastered across the nation because of Ed Brodsky. Way to go. Way to go, Ed. Appreciate it.
As her boyfriend. Now, the reason when you say we may never know is because some of those court documents are classified to the public as they contain psychological records of Matejcek, which would determine why exactly he was sent to this outpatient care rather than the Florida State Hospital. Now, Alexis Rosenberg is a law professional. She says without knowing the findings of that evaluation, we cannot fully understand why the judge in this case assigned Matejcek to this outpatient recovery facility.
So what I want you guys to understand, okay? What I want you to understand, he injured his mother very, very badly, strangled her. My sheriff arrests this animal for a felony, which he was spot on. That man committed a felony and should have been charged with a felony. If he was charged with a felony, he would not have been out to kill his mother or her boyfriend. You know what they did with this? And you should see. I want you guys, because I'm going to show you the video. I'm going to show you the video of his mother and her boyfriend completely bloodied. And Ed Brodsky's office, my state attorney, decided to remove this from the felony courts and kick it down to the misdemeanor courts and send him to a halfway house that he could walk away from. A violent criminal. In my backyard, by the way. Literally 5 freaking minutes down the road from me, putting me in danger. Putting my life in danger. I went to jail in this town. I've been arrested in this town. I didn't get leniency. So what gives? Is that our new standard now, Ed? I'm just curious. Is the reason why I didn't get leniency is because mine's not a violent crime? Are you fudging our numbers now in our community, Ed? Curious. Asking for a few friends, buddy. Oh, pal. Just curious. Let's get on with it.
Rosenberg saying that for the time being, there is no negligence on anyone's part of the court system or law enforcement.
No. There's definitely some error. I don't think it's on the part of the court system or the law enforcement, but definitely the prosecutor's office. I can definitely tell you this is a state attorney problem. It's definitely not a law enforcement problem. They made it a law enforcement problem because they didn't want to do their damn job. This is unacceptable. We would be raising hell had this happened any other place. And I literally was not going to cover this case. Stick around. It gets worse. It gets worse.
It's the 2023 Subaru.
And there's nothing I can do about these damn commercials.
Subaru. All new Subarus.
I probably should have went through all this before because I set this all up hours ago. It's almost done.
At
SarassotaSubaru.com. Family about why they think a recent double homicide in Bradenton could have been prevented. Good afternoon, and thank you for making ABC 7 your local station. I'm Summer Smith. This afternoon, Thomas Matejcek remains behind bars following the death of his mother and her boyfriend. Matejcek is accused of murdering the two on Friday afternoon at their home in Bradenton. The victim's family now speaking out, saying their murders could have been prevented. Our Sophia Vitello is joining us live in the studio with the latest. And I know, Sophia, you spoke to them this weekend.
Summer, we have new information this afternoon that the 36-year-old suspect was supposed to appear in court Saturday morning, but he refused. Thomas Matejcek is facing second-degree murder charges following the death of his mother and her boyfriend, Sean Harrison Jr. But this wasn't the first time Patricia's son was violent towards her.
Watch this.
Patricia's sister telling us this.
Look at that.
She was sharing these photos with us, which
drop down to a misdemeanor. Oh, wait, it gets worse. Oh, that right there, beating a man up.
Mother and her boyfriend less than 6 months ago. He was arrested for the crime, and later in a Manatee County courtroom, he was found incompetent to stand trial. However, Krista says the county never informed her family of his release, putting their sister in danger.
That, my friend, is putting my community in financial jeopardy because we have a Yahoo for a state attorney. Didn't notify the family. Drop this down. Did you see all that blood in that house? Drops it down to a misdemeanor. We know if there's domestic violence, the chances of somebody dying as a result of that increase significantly, and you're putting a dangerous criminal that clearly has no problem bloodying his own mother on the streets to injure me, my family, my neighbors. What gives? And how many more times has this happened in my community or yours? Little hot under the collar. Very passionate about this issue because this is literally 5 minutes from the back side of my house. What if I happen to run into him on a bad day? Don't worry. It gets worse. It gets worse. So I decided to look through a whole bunch of stuff here and figure out what gives with this particular case. And because I started looking into this so deeply, I decided to go to the court record. And in the court record, where the heck is it? Yeah, it's still up. I might need to refresh this. Let me see if I can pull this up. If the links don't work, I'm going to have to refresh. So here you go. So here's the felony. These two charges right here. Can you guys see that? Right here. These two charges right here. Those are the ones. As you see, it started out as a felony, right? Started out as this felony. You can see it because it says Marcy on it, right? Thank you for the donation there, Sonia. I haven't said the F-bomb yet. And I promise you, I did throw a couple extra bucks in the cuss jar just to be sure I'm covered this evening. I surely did. We are covered. I am allowed to say every word imaginable. I paid for all of them. I paid for all of them on this. Okay. So look at this. So it goes from, and I'm not lying, it transferred from a felony case right here, from him beating up his mother, bloodying her boyfriend, almost beating them to death one time. And it goes to, this is not the only time that happened. He's got felonies from 2023. This man should never even have been on our streets. They deemed him incompetent to stand trial, yet they did not even protect my community from somebody that was mentally ill and could cause harm to others or to himself. I don't know how each of you feel about that. If that was going on literally 5 minutes from your back door. But I have to say, it really gets me hot under my collar. And I was just into my county commission telling them to do better over an impact fee. Petty money. And this Yahoo is putting my life in danger because he doesn't want to do his damn job. That ain't happening. That ain't happening. So I'm going to, I want to ask everybody out. Oh, you guys want to see who he is? Do you guys want to see who this Yahoo is? I got that too. And it makes me sick because he does this. I got him on a, is this it? Yes. And you listen to how he talks. He's reading from a freaking card. He doesn't even know his own accomplishments. I don't understand how this Yahoo got elected again. He doesn't even know his own accomplishments. And you're saying, how can this guy not know his own accomplishments? Right? How can he not know his own accomplishments? I don't know how he doesn't know his own accomplishments, but I mean, read for you. Hold on. Hold on. I know where it's at. It is at right here.
Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Hold on.
So as I mentioned in the open, what we'll do now is just take some time, a couple of minutes for you to make introductory comments.
So let's see who this Yahoo is.
Start with Mr. Brodsky.
Hello. Well, I'm honored to serve as your.
So that is the lazy ass right there. That's Ed Brodsky that likes to put Manatee County residents in danger. Because he definitely dropped the ball on this one. And as a result, two people, the prior victims that he had the responsibility to protect, he dropped the ball. 2 people are dead. I'd like an answer, Ed. I did vote for you. Begrudgingly, I voted for you. I don't know if I can do that again. Not after this. This is blatant, Ed. This is blatant. Let's see. Now, watch him read. Watch him read from a card because he doesn't remember what his accomplishments are. Way to go, bud.
I'm proud that over the last 28 years of my career, I've stood with victims. During my administration,
look at that.
During my career with the state attorney's office,
he's having to read from the card to say he stands with victims. Well, Ed, it doesn't sound like you stood with these victims. And it sounds like you just put my county in financial jeopardy because of your poor decision making. We are a law and order community. I don't know what part of that you don't understand. It means when somebody commits horrible crimes and beats the crap out of their mother and bloodies people and has pools of blood in the house, if they are mentally deranged, they belong in a mental hospital, which is what we have. You and your office chose to put him in a halfway house. A halfway house. A mental patient in a halfway house. I don't know where in the world you thought this was a good idea. I'd like an answer, Ed. I am one of your constituents. I do pay taxes here. And I'm hot under the collar, Ed. Please explain this to me.
Been fighting to bring justice.
Look at that, reading!
For Young, who was killed by Daniel Burns 34 years ago.
Can you imagine what the hate channels would do to Bullhorn Betty if I came out here and had to read my accomplishments to you? Well, you know, back in 2021, I was in front of Gabby Petito's home and Brian Laundrie, and we went to the environmental Hatchie or Myakkahatchee Environmental Creek Park with 4 or 5 of our friends. And, you know, well, I really stood with the victims. And, you know, can you imagine if I was here on my channel? I do not have a teleprompter here. I don't read notes. Ed, these are your accomplishments. Do you really need bullet points? This is embarrassing. I don't know. This is why I said that the hate channels are going to literally run with this all day long, because you know how they like to humiliate me, right? And now knowing that I dropped the ball on my own state attorney's office that I voted for. Ed, they might be having flames coming out of your eyes with mine. I can't wait to see the thumbnails on this one. Buckle up, Buttercup. My state attorney's going to have matching eyes. Bullhorn Betty on the next hater's thumbnail. I mean, in all fairness, I got to lighten it up, but Jesus, I mean, come on. Seriously, we got a freaking guy that you're claiming is incompetent, and you put him in a freaking halfway house. What the hell did you think was going to happen, Ed? Stupidity comes in all shapes and sizes and all educational backgrounds. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you that. You know what? I just can't. I just really just can't anymore with these politicians. You know, this is a state attorney, but let's face it, he's a freaking politician, right? So he's probably got his thumb up his ass half the day, right? I mean, he does. Right? I can't. So I'm curious, what does my audience think about this? I mean, seriously, what do you think? I don't really, you know, do the open panel too often. But I think, I mean, I would like to hear, if you guys don't want to be seen on the screen, I'll turn it off. We'll turn all the cameras off. I really don't give a shit. Excuse my language, pastors. I'm sorry. Pray for me. I'll be in church Sunday. Like I say, the one thing I'm perfect at is being imperfect, right? I'm a perfect sinner. I am definitely a perfect sinner. I'm perfect at that. So there you go. Did I put it in there? So there you go. There's the StreamYard. Let me go ahead and pull this up here. Everything's kind of laggy on me, so just give me a second. I got to wait until it goes up there, and then I'll pin it to the top of the message. If anybody's in the back chat, just please wait until I get back over to the other side of the screen. It's catching up. Wow, you guys talk an awful lot. If you guys could see the comment box as it's just rolling, like it is literally rolling by. My word, you guys yap. Everybody says I'm a talker. Do you guys have fingertips left by the time my show is over? I'm seriously curious about this. I mean, I'm surprised you guys don't have calluses on your fingers. I'm surprised. Matt, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yes. So how is Miss Mab? Where is she?
Hey, Mrs. Mab, come here. We had our birthday thing last night.
Aw.
She's watching you in the other one.
Oh, well, happy birthday, beautiful. How you been?
Good. How about you?
I'm pissed.
Yeah, I think this too.
Literally 5 minutes from my house. I wasn't going to do it, and I was looking, and I kept following. I'm like, man, this is really not looking good. Moves it from a felony to a misdemeanor. Who does that?
And what about all his previous felonies?
Yeah, exactly. He shouldn't even be out.
And if he's incompetent to stand trial, he's incompetent to be out on the street.
Exactly. They put him in. They opted not to put him in a state hospital and stuck him in a halfway house on probation.
When I was a kid, they had mental hospitals for this kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, and the other thing is, she did this morning. I didn't realize whether or not there was a restraining order. There was a restraining order as well. None of it worked.
None of it did. This guy needs to be fired.
Well, my only concern is now that we know that he has mental illness, and that's pretty much what they're going to do. Are we going to have another situation like this after this trial? Is he going to go to a state hospital and be back out on the streets in a few years? I mean, I'm now very, very concerned about this.
I mean, if this guy's competent enough to do the crime, he's competent enough to do the time. I mean, Jesus Christ, when are we going to get our heads out of our asses and start prosecuting criminals? I mean, my state is way worse than yours.
I know.
I mean, shoplifting is legal now.
I know. That's the most insane. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I mean, I've always heard California is just a beautiful, beautiful state, but I just don't know how you do it.
Mrs. Mab and I are both CCW carriers, so if anything like that tries to happen to us, somebody's going to have a slug in their ass.
Yeah. I tell you.
You got to protect yourself. You got to have good people with guns to fight against bad people with guns or murdering people.
Right. Definitely.
Or is that me?
So I'm just curious what I should do. How heavy of a hand should I have with my own community? Because I mean, this is my backyard. I don't want to.
Guy.
Huh?
I would start a protest outside this guy's house.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I might get a few phone calls. See, that's the bad part about my community. Everybody knows me. Like, they'll pick up the phone and just start screaming at me. I might have Rick calling me saying, "What in the hell are you doing?"
It's horrible. I mean, he just did this to them not too long ago, and here he is, goes back and kills them.
Yeah.
And who decides whether they're incompetent to pay the price?
I'm trying to make heads or tails, because we saw that video where the man was bloodied. She was knocked slap on the ground. And I'm just trying to think how anybody can justify reducing the charge in something like that from a felony to a misdemeanor. I really just can't. My best friend, she lives in a different area in Palmetto, and she actually got out of her car. Some lady yelled at her in her community. She got out of her car. She's not a violent person. She didn't hit the lady. She got out and screamed in her face because, just stupid stuff. Next thing you know, cops are called. My best friend's, charged with a felony. She's scared crapless. She never even touched this lady. And she's going to jail for a felony. It's reduced, I'm sure. I don't know whatever happened to it. I really don't. But she's arrested on this felony because the lady's 65 years older. And you know, my best friend, she's like 60s. So, like, how can you be young for being, like, you're 60, she's 65, but apparently has something to do with this whole age thing. I don't understand it. I don't care to understand it. But apparently, if you're 60 and you have a problem with a 65-year-old, you could be in a lot more trouble than they can. So just keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah.
What is it? Beating up an elderly person or something?
Elder abuse.
Elder abuse. I think it's something like that. And I'm like, when I heard this, I'm like, elder abuse? I said, you're an elder yourself. She goes, well, I'm not 65 yet.
An elder after 55, right? I think I even get the discount at McDonald's now.
Yeah, you can get the discount, but I think like the law, you know, is 65 or older. There's some kind of, I don't know. I didn't look into it. I'm just like, you've got to be joking me. Some of the crap here is just ridiculous. But you know what? That it's okay, you know, because it clearly shows that Ed Brodsky doesn't mind prosecuting nonviolent crimes to the fullest extent of the law, don't you know? But you got somebody getting their ass kicked and just bloodied. You know, you're going to a halfway house with a slap on the wrist and a piece of paper.
Second-degree murder?
Yeah, they charged it with second-degree murder. I think it should be
murder. Is first-degree murder. That's first-degree murder.
I would think it would be first-degree murder, but, you know, maybe that's all that they can prove at this point. You know, maybe throughout their investigation, they may increase those charges. You know, they may even add, I didn't even look at the charges on this one. I don't even think they're in the system yet, as a matter of fact. Hold on, let me check. Maybe they are. Maybe they are. I think they are. Yeah, they're already in the system. Hold on a second. Let me just reduce this. Just over. So they changed. So they got the 1116 one and the 1113 one. One's a felony, one's a misdemeanor. So he's just been going in and out of jail for the last 2 or 3 years. I did a background check on him, and it looks like he's got some ties to Michigan and Georgia as well. So I'm trying to pull records in both of those states. But this guy just seems like I don't know what happened in the last 3 years. It's like he doesn't have anything in Manatee County, and then boom, 2020 he gets something. 2021 he gets something. It looks like the only time he didn't get anything was 2022, and I'd have to probably beg to guess that he was probably in jail through the most of 2022 if there's no charges here, because he's gotten charges every single year since 2020. So I don't know if he just moved here at that time or if something major just happened in his life.
Who knows? Probably, you know, some of these drugs nowadays can cook your brain pretty quick.
Well, they're coming from your state. they're coming from your state to mine.
You can have them. I don't want them.
I know that because our Polk sheriff has been monitoring the comings and goings of packages from your state, Thomas.
Oh, marijuana and stuff.
Oh no, the fentanyl. Oh, they had it was bad. It was bad. It's getting so bad. It's disgustingly bad.
Brady Judds. I wish we had a lot of Brady Judds here, and I wish they had guys with that kind of, you know, spiel behind them in the prosecutors' positions as well.
You know, there was a place, I can't remember the exact location of it, but remember I did that one case on the Cali 6. It was the mafia style hit in this backwoods home and stuff like that. That sheriff, he was pretty bold. He was from California, and he came and spoke out heavily against the drug. I was surprised because I just never even thought.
And the sheriff here, they openly say we're not going to enforce, you know, these stupid ass gun laws that Gavin Newsom's trying to pass.
Yeah.
The sheriffs say we're not going to enforce them.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean,
yeah, that's what they. I think that's kind of what he was saying.
You think that's impossible in California to get a concealed carry? I got one. You know, just as long as you're not a felon.
Right. Right.
Concealed carry. Somebody tries.
Yeah, I've got mine too. I need to update my photos. My photos are.
I haven't carried.
I was like 60 pounds heavier.
I I haven't carried out in public yet, but it's like, I think that if I carry out in public, like there's something's going to go down. I mean, you need to do something.
Yeah, I don't carry mine because mine is it's freaking heavy. It's like it's an old Lorsen. It's a 9mm Lorsen. I mean, I've learned to shoot with it because the aim and the target is so far off. And once I get like a new gun, I'm gonna have to learn to shoot all over again because I've been shooting with this handicap.
Yeah, Mrs. Mab has like a 9mm Glock.
Yeah.
Glock 19.
Yeah, but I'm sure hers is spot on. Mine does not shoot straight on, but I can hit a target though.
You have to do the holster draw, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty good, but
I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to dive in. I think what I'm going to do right now, I think I'm going to start peppering the public defenders. Oh, Mama Bullhorn's back here. Mom, do you want to turn off your camera? Yeah. I think what I'm going to do, I'm pulling you up, Ma. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do.
Hello.
Yeah.
I love hearing your voice, Mama Bullhorn.
It sounds very familiar, don't you think?
And I met your daughter last time I was in Florida.
Yeah, Key West, baby. Key West.
What happens in Key West?
Halfway drunk.
Key West is like Las Vegas. What happens in Key West stays in Key West.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple of drinks at where I don't know where I was. I can't remember which place I was at. I went to Hogsworth or whatever. Yeah, and then I went over, and so I don't even think I was tipsy, but boy, I tell you what, that ice cream hit the spot though.
Yeah.
Was it loaded ice cream?
I wish it was.
My lips, the chin are still numb. You know, it's been 14 months now.
Oh, that reminds me, Mom. He's got
38 years.
Yeah, I tried telling you, Ab.
What happened with you, Mom Bullhorn?
He had his mouth. He had his jaw done.
My jaw here, and they pulled my whole face out and then plated it.
Oh my gosh! I watched a mortician the other day, and the wires they use to wire.
Oops! Did I just leave my earring? Oh no! I just lost my earring.
Cadavers together. They used in my face. They were the size of coat hangers. Mine was done 38 years ago.
Wow.
And I had wires the size of coat hangers in my mouth.
You never got, hold on, Ma. You never got your feeling back in your chin ever?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's about 2 fingers width right in the middle of my chin that's dead as a doornail. And it's so funny. It drives the dentist crazy because there's numbness on the tissue of my left lower jaw, but I'm hypersensitive on the right lower jaw.
Wow.
But I had I wish I'd have never had it done, but I had the best surgeons that in the entire I had retrognathism. That means my lower jaw was an inch and a half shorter than my upper jaw.
Hey, Ma, not to derail this conversation. We'll get back to it in just a second. But while we're still on the conversation, what do you think about Ed Brodsky?
It's a Betty laugh. Betty laugh.
I don't know if that's a good thing. I should do this one.
I remember back when, well, I'm giving my identity away, but I remember way back when Rick Wells' daddy was sheriff, Charlie Wells, and Ed Brodsky worked across the street from the courthouse over by Eddie Mulock's office. That's where
Did he always make these bad decisions? I mean, was he always a poor decision maker, or does this just come with age?
I think he's letting the political I
wokeism in this country, I'm telling you.
He's letting the political people get to him. And this is what I honestly think his ass is in a sling right now, because his supporters and bosses, which I believe is our very own Attorney General, she's probably had a chat with him.
I hope so. This is bad. I mean, he was just arrested. How do you not protect the victim of somebody that was just freaking arrested a month ago?
When I saw that come up in the news the other day, I mean, within an hour of it happening, I get the news briefs and I sent it to you via
text message. I know you sent it. You sent me all the articles on this
and
one.
I'm going, that's like 2 minutes from Andra's house. Oh my God, it's 2 minutes.
And when I
from
say
her
my
house.
backyard, I'm telling you, literally almost my backyard. It's that close. I'm pissed. I got to be honest with you. I'm pissed a little bit. Actually, I'm a little concerned because now I'm wondering, I'm in this bubble over here, right? I'm in this bubble thinking that I'm all safe in my community. I'm involved. I make sure that we have all the necessary resources that I help, right? It's not just me either. There's a huge community out here that pushes stuff through. But I'm in my bubble thinking that we're doing everything right, that we're doing what we need to do to make sure that crime, especially violent crime, is not going to I'm not going to have to face it. Somebody else, my neighbor's not going to we're trying to reduce all that, and then we find out that our state attorney, that our sheriff is doing his job. He's going out there and arresting the bad guy. He's charging them with the appropriate crimes, and then it goes to the state attorney and they're reducing it down to a freaking misdemeanor when it is so violent and so bloody just a month ago.
Well, back when Ed Brodsky was I think an intern for one of the judges back when you were a brand new baby, because I was a court reporter transcriptionist at the time for I can say it, Judge Knowles. She's dead now, but I had to have everything. And I'm telling you, I didn't have a whole lot of good impressions back then. And then I was in court every Friday. As we all know, I was freelancing for small claims, and I saw him in there all the time. So I never got to like the guy. I really didn't.
Well, I got to be honest with you. When I don't really care for him either. I mean, it's one, I really don't have a good working relationship with him. He probably doesn't know my name from Adam, right? I mean, I guess that could be a good thing. I guess I know he probably knows me now. I tagged him in everything because I'm so hot under the collar. I made sure he was tagged in Twitter. I made sure he was tagged on Facebook. Like, Ed, are you watching me? Are you listening to me? Do you understand how pissed off I am? You've got Bullhorn Betty knocking on your front door right now because you put my ass in a sling and you put me in danger. And if you think I'm not going to use my platform to call you out on that, you have another thing coming.
And the lawsuit is probably going to come from this.
Andra,
yes, Andra, it is. Yes, ma'am.
Tell everybody how close the sheriff's office is to your house in comparison to the murder scene. The murder scene was closer to the substation, the sheriff's substation, than your house is. I mean, we're talking a quarter of a mile.
Yeah.
We're talking from the sheriff's substation to the murder scene. You could walk it.
You know what? Maybe we should go live from it. Maybe I should take the audience and show them how freaking close this murder scene is to my home, and you can understand my outrage at this moment, and not just my outrage for my neighbor, because none of us, and I mean none of us, should be subjected to this kind. If somebody does violent crime, we expect our sheriff to arrest that person, and we expect our prosecutor to prosecute that person to the fullest extent of the law.
Exactly. The prior convictions or prior arrests, I just, my problem is mentally sick people have to be taken seriously. And if he's committed the crime once, they should have done something to keep him away from his mother completely.
Yeah,
They gave her a restraining order.
Yeah.
I mean, it protects the rest of us. Why not her, right?
We know how that happened to work for your mother. But anyways, we won't go there. But yeah, I just thought I'd come on and rant with you. But
yeah.
I don't.
Now, Mom, I want you to tell. You have an opportunity. We're gonna pretend that Ed Brodsky's on here because I'm pretty sure he is, somewhere, or somebody from his office. I want you to tell Mr. Brodsky how you feel about his poor decision making, putting your daughter in harm's way. I'd like to know what message do you have for Ed Brodsky right now?
Okay, first of all, this gentleman, Mr. Brodsky, you just swept under the rug. The guy should have had a recording bracelet of some kind on.
Might have. He might. I don't know if they had him on a bracelet or not. I didn't get that far into the.
I swear to God, he should have been kept away from his mother, since there had been numerous previous attacks via. I also think he stole money from her in the past.
He strangled her in 2020. This is not the first violent attack toward his mother.
Yes, and he dropped the state attorney's office, completely dropped the ball, and I'm very angry at the fact this family can now turn around and sue our county government for an
unknown amount of money.
An astounding amount of money as a recompense.
I'm hoping it's a district issue, since he's a district attorney, since he's not, but I have a funny feeling this is going to be square on Manatee County. I don't know how all that works. I guess we'll find out soon.
Well,
Attorney Clegg, I hope you have your
district. We're in the 12th district.
Of course we are.
Up to Tampa. It falls under Tampa.
No, our district, I think, is Tri-County. If I'm not mistaken, we're Manatee, Sarasota, and DeSoto County is our district.
Okay, well, I think our Attorney General is very aware of this situation.
Better be.
I hope so. Well, you know what? Let's make sure she is. Let's make sure she is. Tomorrow morning on our coffee club, we'll get some emails together. We'll make sure we do a little email campaign to let our state attorney, Ashley Moody, understand our concern about our, why not? Why not?
She's Attorney General Ashley Moody. And
so
she's dadgum good.
Let's not assume she knows. Let's make sure she knows.
Yes.
Let's make sure she knows. We'll make sure she knows, and we'll make sure. Don't worry, Ed. You'll be hearing from the Bullhorn Betty channel pretty soon. I'm pretty sure.
And Mama Bullhorn.
Yeah, we don't like our lives being put in danger because you don't feel like doing your damn job.
Oh my gosh, it's like I'm babysitting Harley. I walked him tonight. I walked him the same distance this murder happened from your house. That makes me very angry.
Yep, I'd be pissed.
I'm gonna let you and Mab just kind of talk just for a little bit. I'm gonna go grab a drink and I'll be right back.
Okay, Mab, what do you think compared to California?
Fired.
We are in the swamp down here. Literally, we are in the swamp. So, but I grew up in the swamp. Wouldn't know it.
I grew up in Indiana.
Oh, never. I've been to Indianapolis. I've been to the NFL or the football stadium. I've been to.
I was there when they were building that stadium. I actually used to steal the gas from the stadium. The gas from the stadium, because I was cutting up steel on my own project, and I go in the middle of the night and I'd take their gas and steal all night, and then I'd bring it back.
Well, I went the brand new stadium, Notre Dame Stadium, had never had a game, and their season was about to open the first part of September, and I was there the 30th of August with my father-in-law. I was pregnant with my third daughter, and my father-in-law had the chutzpah. We went in the stadium. I laid down on the 50-yard line and got a picture.
That's cool.
And so Taylor literally was in the stadium on the 50-yard line before the first game.
That's cool.
I'm going to call Sis and let her know you're talking about her behind her back. Or should I say in the womb?
2 sisters?
I've got 2 sisters.
Y'all got fire like you, Betty?
Oh, no. My little sister, yes, well, my little sister's kind of a mix of me and my older sister. She really is. She's got the spunk of me, but the kindness of her. So
She's like Andra. Don't piss her off.
I'm
not piss her off.
Oh my goodness. What are you trying to say, Ma? What are you trying to say?
I think you're both like me.
I always say I'm half holy, half hood. You can pray with me, but don't play with me.
Well, Jack won't let me have a gun because
I wouldn't let you have a gun either.
all I can have is a bullwhip and a Louisville Slugger.
She's not allowed around the bullwhip either. Let me be honest with you. I unbraided that bullwhip years ago. Now it goes everywhere, but not on my ass.
Lord have mercy. I got to get a new one. But
anyway, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I can pop a good bullwhip.
That's the problem. Like I said, you don't need another one. I'm good. I'm good.
I hit what I aim at. Let me put it that way. So anyways, I'll let you go. Have a good night.
All right,
Happy Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
All right, Ma, I love you. So, Matt, it's so good to see you. So what's been shaking, my friend?
I'm just working on my channel, Mab Investigates, in case anybody want to sub up.
Yes, absolutely. So what cases have you been covering here lately?
I've got plans to cover some good stuff.
Good. Stuff in California, stuff over around the world or around the States, I mean.
Yeah, here.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get my second monitor set up because I hate flipping around the streamer trying to play videos. And
yeah. Well, you got my number. If you ever have any questions or anything or need help in any way, just let me know. I'm happy to help, and you're more than welcome. I'll grab your. Can one of my mods grab Mab's URL and throw it in the chat for me, please? I'd greatly appreciate it. Yeah, we'll throw you down.
Right on.
Yeah. So not a whole lot's been going on here. Just same old. I got lawsuit paperwork to work on.
Oh yeah.
Same old. Nothing's changed, 2023.
I didn't tell anybody.
That's okay. At this point, I don't think it's a state secret anymore.
It's all over the place now.
Yeah, so it is what it is. We just changed our membership levels. We changed them to light roast, medium roast, dark roast, and espresso.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. So just another day in paradise.
Matt Betty combo. Gross Brothers says they love the Matt Betty combo.
Oh, yeah, it's nice. There you go, Grace. Is it Gross? Or what is it?
Gross. He was on
Okay.
my stream last night.
Oh, it's nice. Yeah, I love collabing with people. And I saw you in the chat. That's why I had you come up. I haven't talked to you in a little minute. It's been a little minute.
Been a while.
Yeah, it's been a little minute.
Sleeping as much as I can because the more I sleep, the more this heals.
Yeah, that's the one thing.
I got my teeth back. I got my bite back. I can eat without chewing on my lip.
Yeah.
I still got a long way to go. I still got a ways. I'm hoping in the next 6 months, I get it all back. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm going to be like your mom. I'm going to have this part not come back.
Right. Well.
But I can talk now and jabber.
Yeah.
Being up here with you.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I just hate, I hate it being my own community. That's, it's like, I guess I feel like I'm in a bubble not having to talk about crap in my own community. But I have to tell you, and I didn't want to cover this case because I didn't know what the details were. I didn't even want to look under the hood. And when I looked under the hood, I was mortified. And I'm like, how can I go around this country and talk about other people's communities doing wrong and not be willing to do a Grady Judd and put mine right up there in the transparency box? Because this is really, really egregious in my opinion.
Totally. I agree 100%.
So, all right, Matt, will you take it easy, my friend?
Love you.
Yeah, and I'll be by. I'll have to come over and check out your channel.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I know you will. All right, my friend. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you guys too in the chat. See ya.
All right, bye. So there you guys have it. Just had some conversations. I got to tell you, again, the only thing that really upsets me is the fact that this is in my own backyard. This is putting me in danger. I value my life. I mean, I've been through hell and back, right? I've survived. Right. I should have been dead years ago, but I'm here. I don't want some Yahoo because my state attorney decides to play Monopoly or the game of life with my life. I don't like that. We go around this country to stop shenanigans like that, right? I've kind of come under heavy fire for the work that I've done around this country to stop this type of thing happening. What do they think I was out in front of Leilani Simon's house with my bullhorn for? Because law enforcement wouldn't arrest this woman that brutalized her 20-month-old child, killed him. They knew it. She was on double probation, couldn't pass a urinalysis, and they still refused to arrest her. Still refused to arrest her. Meanwhile, she was partying, she was drinking, and she was around other small children after just murdering hers. That, to me, gets my attention, just like this case right here gets my attention. We don't like our lives being played as games. It's not a game of chance. It's not Monopoly. This is real life. And our prosecutors have to start being strong. When you got everybody else doing it right except a state prosecutor's office, we've got problems. And how many more? How many more dangerous criminals are on the streets of this county because people don't want to do their damn job at the prosecutor's office? How many? Unacceptable. It's unacceptable in my community. It's unacceptable in your community. It is unacceptable. I don't know what we're going to do. Ed? I don't know what I'm going to do. I can promise you it'll be lawful and legal. Might be a little noisy. No, on the real note, I don't know what I'm going to do. But I think Ed needs to stand up and talk to us and tell us what in the hell is going on here and how this happened. This lackadaisy, you're going to put your head under in the sand, is not working for me. And I'm sure it's not working for the rest of this community. Where did the ball get dropped? It definitely got dropped. And how many more? I want to know how many more. How many more people are in my community right now that have committed violent crimes? Crimes against their family, crimes against other people, and are walking our street with misdemeanor charges instead of the felonies that they rightfully deserve. How many, Ed? I'm going to look into it. So you might as well figure it out or start doctoring your paperwork because I'm going to find it. All right, guys, there's my commentary for tonight. Lord have mercy. It's a long day, right? We are doing 2 shows a day. Today we did 3 because we had breaking news on the Charlotte Senna case. The Charlotte Senna case is the 9-year-old that was out there in Morrow Lake State Park in New York. It's a popular campground. She was abducted while riding her bike by a monster. The monster took her captive and then decided to put a ransom note in her family's mailbox. We just found out today that what we had thought happened to her while she was at that house with that monster did in fact happen. And it appears that it did in fact happen multiple times, not just 1 or 2. It is really, really bad. And I'm sorry. But New York has no DP. They don't have any death penalty whatsoever on the table. That means this guy, the worst case scenario is life in prison. And I'm sorry what he did to that little 9-year-old girl. Like, as I said in my earlier commentary, I'm idolizing Lorena Bobbitt right now. Idolizing her. Because I really don't believe in chemical castration. Put it on the block and give me a cleaver. Just saying. I got no problem with it. I don't think anybody else has a problem with it either. This whole bleeding heart, we have to treat inhumane people humanely. They didn't treat their victim with any type of humanity. Why are we required to treat them with humanity? That's what I'm saying. In part. I don't, the haters are going to tear us apart anyways, right? Dropping the ball in my own community. I can see it now. Bullhorn Betty and Ed Brodsky with the boxing gloves on some of these thumbnails. I don't know. Betty Boo, how are you? Oh, well, David, I'm doing well. How are you? How are you, my friend? All right, guys, so that's it. That's my commentary. I'm just a little hot under the collar, but I appreciate for everybody that came out and supported the channel and watched this. We know that there was a lot of eyeballs. If I want to make no noise, I know how to make some noise. Just put Bullhorn Betty in cuffs and everybody will come running. You know I do social media better than anybody, right? If I really wanted to make waves or get the clicks and the views, we know I could do it, right? We know that I've got what it takes to get the clicks and the views if I so chose. Right now, I'm in a lawsuit. I'm kind of saying low key right now. And it's not really being low key. It's just I'm grounded, right? I can't really go anywhere because I have all these damn deadlines. Every freaking month I have a new deadline. That makes it very difficult to travel the country when you got all these deadlines. So we're doing it gracefully. We're doing it respectfully. We're doing it within good faith, even if other people are not. So 2024 is going to be only going up from here. We were stagnant this year in 2023 because we were home most of the year. We will be getting out there. Olivia, as I said earlier, she is getting settled into North Carolina. Once she gets settled in a couple of weeks, we're going to be back in Tennessee. We're going to be covering the Layla Santinello case, and we're going to be covering Holly. Of course, it is next door to Summer Wells. And as you know, me and Don, my boyfriend, Don Wells, knock, knock, Don. Bullhorn Betty's coming for you. I can't wait for my hug and my kiss and my warm welcome. Right? Donnie boy. I need to stop. I just need to stop. Hey, Don, where's my date? I heard you like cute little girls. I'm coming for you, baby. Pucker up. Oh, Don, you know you secretly like me. That's why you've been giving me the runaround, right? Come on, Don, admit it. Not Don Wells, you can do so much better. No, I really can't. I'm really kind of looking for a piece of shit scumbag that likes to do terrible things to kids. And, I'm really looking for a guy like that. I'd really like to see some handcuffs on him and, him behind some bars, anytime in the next century would be great. But I'll take it next week if you'd like, Trust me, I'm always in the market for a man like that. I'll be your pen pal, Don. I'll come see you in prison, baby. No, in all fairness, we need Don Wells, we need Candace Bly, we need them off the streets, but we are going to go back out there in Tennessee. We're going to do great work. The good news is, listen to this. This is how wonderful this news is. I believe things happen for a reason. I believe God moves mountains. I believe in the power of prayer. And, you always think something like, Olivia moving from Florida, from being my neighbor, right? She was just in Anna Maria Island all the way to North Carolina. You'd think that was a bad thing. Well, it's not. It's actually an amazing thing because now she's only 2 hours away from Tennessee, right? So that means Bullhorn Betty has a place to stay only 2 hours away from you, Mr. Wells. Don't you know? Knock, knock. I need to stop. All right, I'm going. Okay. Don, I'll see you soon. I like steak, some steak and potatoes would be great. I like my meal served hot when I get home from work, okay? And if you don't, you'll get what you deserve, buddy, right? Isn't that what you do to your wives and your women in your life? If they don't do what you say, the roles are going to be reversed for you, babe. See you soon.